Hey guys, what's happening? Today, let's talk about the Infinite Defense Simulation Challenge. This final stage of the challenge is actually quite simple, just time consuming. The buffs I recommend to select would be any that increases the lightning, glacio, and fusion combat machines, as well as those that have them freeze longer and do more lightning coil damage. First things first, set all the powerful lightning, glacio, and mimic sealing machines where all the foes cross under. Get that ceiling covered with them as much as you can, but make sure the mimic ones go to the center since they mainly hit what's directly beneath them. You can do one glacio, mimic, and electro each row, or two glacios and a mimic one row, then two lightning and mimic on the next row, and so on. And points left over you can use for wall machines or echo machines. Then begin. Not too hard at first, but the challenge can surprise you later. Of course, any crit buffing is also useful for the machines to crit hit. For the next few waves, simply keep adding more sealing machines here. Begin again. Before the next couple waves, I like to recommend the buffs that increases the machine's attack speed, which also is a big help. Especially with high crids. Time to cover the ceiling some more for the next waves coming. Gotta love them. They're just simply so powerful together. Perhaps the sim credits buff this time around to have more for summoning machines. Same thing, cover more of the ceiling up. Give them hell. This is also a good buff, increasing your machine's power the more you purchase. And speaking of the shop, it appears every 5th wave. Choose what to buy wisely. Can't go wrong with crids. There's also the sub-weapons you can use as you're playing on. The frequency neutralizer is a big help for the foes that disable the machines and leaving contaminated red marks. Use whatever little credits you have left for summoning more machines. Then begin wave 5. Now this is one of the greatest buffs to get, which decreases the cost of summoning machines. When you see it, get that immediately. For wave 6, same thing as always to do. And enjoy the show as you shoot away. Gonna get some lightning chain buff here. Now for wave 7, that's when enemies come from another direction. Head there and simply add more sealing machines like before. Any left over, use on summoning echo machines. I prefer drakes. Keep shooting away with the machines, but mind the big foes. When any pass, go after it. With the sealing machines where you set last, along with your shooting, it should be enough to stop the big foes. Bye-bye! Next wave. Another good suggestion would be to select the echo buffs, especially the ones that increase their crids and the ones when by electrofusion and or glacio weapons. It will increase my drakes and mimics damage the more my machines are around them. Wave 8. Place more sealing weapons here at this entrance. When covered as much as possible, begin. What a good show. Of course, there's the tricky ones again. Go after it as you shoot it. You fell right into my trap. Here we go, freeze duration. Wave 9, same as the last, simply cover more up. Have any credits left? Use them to place a couple Thunder Lances at this wall here. You'll see why later. Make them all disappear. Gonna choose the Echo Machines buff this time. Electro Machine buff as well. Another 5 waves passed, shop's open for business. I'll definitely go for the echo damage buff when around electro machines. This will have my dragon pals do some damage with my many electro sealing machines. Also, their attack speed. It costs their damage, but with the high crits, it will make up for that. Wave 10, pretty much the same as Wave 9, but with buffs added from the shop. There's a tough foe from the left, but your machine should have it out no problem. Choosing the Glacio attack speed buff. Now Wave 11. This is when it will be a little tricky because the pathways change, opening and closing some gates. The key is studying the foe's pattern beforehand. Look for where both rivers of foes flow. Study where all those dots go carefully. You see that? Since all the foes from different paths go this way, that's where we'll plant more sealing weapons. As much here as you can. Then bring it on. Gone here, and the rest there. Choosing Echo buff that increases damage all around electro machines, nice. Now round 12, fight! Since there's tougher foes here, I'll be adding some of my Drake buddies here. Putting in more ice wall cannons here. Heading here to add another Drake. More electro wall cannons here. Thanks to the buffs from the store, these Drakes will do a lot of damage since many other machines are all around them. Then begin Wave 12. Look at them go! Poof! All gone. More crit rate from my electro machines. Nice. 13th wave, 7 more to go. And more sealing weapons here. Perhaps put another Drake here. Feel bad for them. Not. Now just 6 waves to go. And more different machines here at the ceiling. Now this is when it gets tougher because of the foes being shielded, which will make them tougher to take down. But as long as you have the machines at a balance, you should be okay. Just don't put too much of the same machines and on one side at this wave, or you will fail for sure. Definitely the final burst buff for this tough wave of 15. This is when hell starts breaking loose. More tough shielded and machine contaminated foes appear on this wave. However, I'll go through this one ceiling as I mentioned before. Time to decorate with sealing weapons to obliterate. And with a bunch added at the ceiling, time to add a finishing touch of the Drake. Before we start this tough wave, let's read the info on the foes. As I thought, the big diamond foe will grant shields to all its helpers, including other big foes around it. But with enough weapons on deck at the one-way all-cross, I'm confident they'll be defeated. Let's go, baby! This is the path you want to pay most attention to, since this is where all the shielded foes come from. You see the electro cannon shots near Cantarella there? That is why I put them there, so it can take out foes from not just one, but 2 pathways. Not even the toughest foe here could survive. Now to head for this path. See all those machines work, including the electro wall cannons I talked to you about. If you made it this far, bravo! Though we're not done yet. Select which buff to get carefully. On the 16th wave, the gates will open and close again for foes' paths to change once more. Also, there is a 3rd path the foes can go now. Fortunately, the store is open as well. Select what to purchase carefully. I recommend the weapon upgrade for the coup machine shooting damage to increase. This will come in handy later. Now to make some changes here. Since all the foes cross under the north pathway, I better send most of my machines there. But first, I need to recall these machines from the southwest since no foes come from this direction for now. Then, bring them here at this ceiling instead on the north. Now that the ceiling's covered with different weapons, I'll add more drakes here. And some wall ice cannons here, perhaps one explosive cannon here in case of foes that go faster when slowed. Electro wall cannon here. Since these foes from the northern way have the shortest distance to the cube, it's wise to pay attention to them the most here. As for this path, no problem, the machines have them cleaned out. Now for wave 17. This is when you now have to focus on 3 pathways of foes. Set some ceiling machines southwest. Then begin. Fortunately, all the foes will go north under the same ceiling. Head south since foes appear from there first and fire away. Any foes that pass, go after them. Then the machine should handle the rest. Yes, another Echo Machines buff, baby. Fortunately, the shop opens earlier on Wave 18 as well. Use that chance to get another weapon upgrade and frequency neutralizer for putting weapons on the red blocked spots. 18's not too difficult, fortunately, especially with the nice upgrades. However, the northern path later brings foes in along with the 2 southern ones. Head there and focus on them. With all the machines you placed there already, they'll disappear before you know it. After selecting a buff wisely, time for Wave 19. Time to add more electro-wall cannons here at the northern path. Perhaps another ceiling weapon or 2 at this spot here. Now to begin. Keep an eye out on all the entrances the foes are coming from. Go after the big ones who pass. When things are under control north and south, Wave 19 is yours. This is also when you'll most likely see the 5-star buffs. Definitely select any you see, because for the last wave needed done for this 3-star rank here, you'll need all the help you can get. Here is why. All the tough foes to be will appear on the 20th wave. Not only there's the shield foe, but also the invisible foe, which is immune to all ceiling and floor machines as well as stat conditions. For the 20th wave, add more ceiling weapons here. Then brace yourself. The shield foe will come from the left. Shield foe number 1, that is. Look at all the sweet, fancy machines work. Better head north. Get things under control here. You guys are all gone. So far so good, but I still have yet to see the insane invisible foe. Ah, there's shielded foe number 2. Getting shield foe number 2. Now for the invisible foe. You'll need all you got for this one. I better bring out the weapon upgrade for this one. Come on! Almost! Yee-hee! 20 wave beaten. Mission accomplished. Feel free to continue on if you want to. It's infinite after all. Hope this helps everyone, and good luck getting 3 stars on the final stage. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you like, subscribe to my channel, Phielly.